Hi, I'm Alice Hart-Davis, and this week's Tweak of the Week is the Emsella Chair, which helps build the muscles in your pelvic floor. So I'm at the Rita Rakus clinic, and I'm going to go and talk to Dr Galyna Selezneva about this Emsella Chair, what it does, and try it out. So come along with me and we'll see how it is. I'm here at the Dr Rita Rakus clinic with Dr Galyna, who is the expert on all things to do with the body, and today I'm going to have a go at the Emsella Chair. Now, this chair's got quite a reputation. This chair is using a new kind of technology for strengthening the pelvic floor, isn't it? Could you tell me a bit about how it works?
Absolutely. It's definitely a game changer in the aesthetic industry at the moment.
Okay.
Now, the technology is magnetic energy, high focus magnetic energy.
Okay.
That focuses on the muscle contraction. Whether you want it or not, pelvic floor is super important for us girls.
Oh yeah, my goodness. I mean, also because the older we get, the incidence of stress incontinence. I mean, this is something women just don't talk about.
Absolutely. It's usually called a bit of leakage or a little bit of losing a bit of wee.
Yeah.
So even if you don't have a full incontinence, which usually probably going to happen at an older age, and we're talking about 50 plus or 60 plus, actually even younger women can lose a little bit of wee when they laugh, when they cough, when they exercise, yoga, trampolining.
I mean, we're all meant to do Kegel exercises, the sort of holding and relaxing, you know, but people just don't, do they?
Well, they start. For the first minute, you're very good.
Yes.
Then your mind wanders.
So, but this is going to do it all for you.
Regardless of your effort, you're just going to have to sit. That's all you do.
So you get the equivalent of how many contractions in half an hour?
So the statistical studies show that it's 11,000 Kegel exercise in half an hour.
11,000 in half an hour. Wow.
For me, it's magical. You have to be relaxed. You have to be fully on the chair, and you are actually in a very good position.
So I've got to try and ground my pelvic floor down on the...
And what I do is I gradually increase the intensity. Wiggle around.
What intensity is this?
35%.
Okay.
It's not in your buttocks.
All around my undercarriage. It's not in my buttocks. It's not in my legs.
Sometimes you can feel the pull
it's
from the
quite
front.
sharp. It's like sort of mechanical sparkles. This has a reputation of being called the happy chair, doesn't it?
Yes.
Now we've got to talk about this because you get some patients who sit here behind the screen and there's a lot of noise going on.
Well, on one or two occasions our manager had to come in a very polite way to actually ask the women to keep their voice a little bit down because it does have that effect on some people.
I'm not finding this pleasurable.
No am I.
It's all right.
Yeah. Is it still sharp?
It's sharp on the edges. It's sharp on the edges. It's really weird.
Thank you.
Really
That's a very
weird.
good way to describe it.
I'm not often lots of words, but trying to come up with...
quite privileged.
You can hear the sound this is making. It's coming up with this brrrr. It's that feeling as well because it's firing off all around any muscles it's finding. Is it finding any muscles?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is finding the muscle.
It's sending a high intensity focused electromagnetic pulses into the nearest muscles, which in this case is my pelvic floor. And the pelvic floor is that hammock muscle that runs from the front of the pubis through to the back. It's you know, if you want to try and stop weeing in midstream, that's the pelvic floor muscle. Another zinger there, that's doing it. And so this is a relaxing bit, that's easier. This is driving an enormous amount of electromagnetic energy in there to get the equivalent of, what were you saying, 11,000
Kegel exercises
in half an hour, which is physiologically impossible. You couldn't do that, could you?
No.
But this machine can get that.
And as you can see, it's not painful. It is bizarre. It is weird, but you get used to it because you're actually quite on a high number now, 64%.
Okay.
But what I'm also going to be doing is slightly increasing it. But you keep looking
at
me, relaxing. Once you work the muscle, what do they advise you to do? Shake it off.
Okay.
So this is the shake-off situation.
Yeah.
And again, the pulses are so nice and intense.
Yep,
What it does, it prevents it from going sore afterwards.
Okay.
So that's why when we do
Yes.
Emsella, you are not sore, because that's one area you don't want to be sore.
Yeah.
There's 97% satisfaction with this.
That's
treatment.
amazing.
It works miracles.
It's really strange because I can now feel at this intensity, we're up to what, 90%?
90%.
It's got all the muscles in the area, in my undercarriage, working, but it's not painful. Okay, that's quite
100.
strong.
We got it.
So that was really interesting. It's such a strange feeling sitting on this chair, having it thrumming all these electromagnetic pulses into your privates, but it's it definitely feels like it's doing something. I can see that if you did half a dozen of these, you should get a very good result, which is what has been shown by the studies. And I fear it's something we should all be doing as women of a certain age before things get too bad. It's a really strange sensation, but it's not unpleasant. It's not painful because the practitioner will manage the level of contractions depending on what you can tolerate. So I got up to 100% in the end, which of course I was keen to do. I wanted to see what it felt like. But if that wasn't something you could manage, you could take it at a lower level. So will I be back to try it again? I think so, definitely.